Welcome to Create LARPS for All LLC. You can reach out to us at createlarpsforallllc@gmail.com. We're going to be focused on LARP creation and LARP content. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Keep being awesome. Things that come up in this game that do not require combat, and if combat is happening, it's not too terribly complicated. There'll probably be another short going over how that works. Again, once the PDF is available for sale, please purchase it. It'll help make an app so that this is even easier to play. Again, this is a few people working on this, but mostly a one-man operation. So any support is appreciated. No touch theatrical combat because, we don't need people of different skill levels trying to hit people with even foam weapons. You can really hurt people if you don't know what you're doing. Some of the light touch LARPs I've been to, people really don't understand what light touch means. And if you're someone like me who has a neck injury, it can mess you up if you get a too hard of a hit. So no touch, theatrical, ham it up, have fun, don't hit each other. Next important theme of this game is player versus player, or PvP as it's called in some games. No player versus player in Create LARPs, and if you're going to run it at home or for your friends or you're practicing LARPing, I would just disable this as a feature. If there's ever an app, it's not going to be on. If you want to be a bad guy, go play a villain. There's all sorts of ways to play a villain. Be a storyteller, come up with some sort of army to fight, some villain for them to defeat. But if you're gonna practice LARPing, you should generally practice being a hero. I know a lot of people like to play the loner character at a LARP. I guarantee you, if you try to play the loner character, you'll be alone. And the whole point of LARPing is to kind of socialize with people. So turn off the PvP. Just play with other characters like they're also heroes, and yeah. So your question to me is, why practice LARPing? Why not just go to a LARP? Well, the best way to learn is by playing, especially with friends and family at home. Some of these LARPs, they really expect you to have read the rules before you got there. And some people are willing to teach and be nice, but learning as you play at some of the more expensive and in-depth LARPs, really, you won't get your money's worth out of it. Just saying. That's why something like this, where you can practice, you can see what it's like, dress up, play with your friends. If you have fun playing this with your friends, kind of like playing D&D at home, you'll probably have fun playing with strangers. The easiest way to learn is to play, and can't always afford the time off or the money to go play at some of these LARPs. So why not play with a smaller rule set with people that you know? That's why I think you should just play. Short story as to why PvP is by default disabled. There are several LARPs that I have been to and that I've taken my friends to, where we've shown up to play heroes, we're hanging out with people in play, and their characters see that we have money on us, and before monsters can even start showing up for us to fight against, they jump you, they kill you, they take your stuff. If you want that kind of experience, there's a lot of downtown areas in major cities you can go to, and there's a lot of rural areas you can go to the wrong gas stations and get that experience. That the whole point of LARP, or the point of LARPing, playing another character, should be to have fun and to play a fun game with people. And I've found that PvP turns the game into a bloodbath in an unnecessary way. So by all means, if everyone in your group really wants PvP, you can turn it on, but I'm just letting you know, it doesn't make for as fun of a game as you think it does. So what type of skills are in this game? I'm going to read off of the list, and then if something seems interesting to you, there will be a short uploaded for that particular skill, uh, reading it out, and then maybe a few shorts giving examples. But without further ado, here's the list. Heroic Inspiration, Alchemist, Smith, Leatherworker, Chef, Runesmithing, Magic Enchanting, Reform and Revive, Font of Healing and Repairing, Ranged Weapon Skill, Magic Melee, Magic Ranged, Block, Dodge, Musician, and Lore Master. Sounds like a lot of skills, but once you get more into the rules of the game, you'll see that it's all fairly balanced, and everyone can use every skill in the game. I realized I just read out the skill list without going over the skills in the teaching LARP as a concept. So as a player, you'll get to pick 3 skills, one at level 10, 2 at level 5, and this is how you're going to sort of build a character. Makes it super quick, super easy, but the skills are things you can do in play to help other characters or to fight enemies or protect yourself, or to overcome skill challenges. Anyone playing the game can use any skill. It's just if you have a 10 in it, you're going to be 10 times better than someone who doesn't have any skill points in it. And it will make it to where if you have a few players, you can really diversify, have a few people with their 10s and 5s in different things. If you have a lot of players, it gets real. It really does start to feel like some of the bigger LARPs I've been to from the playtesting. More to follow. Thank you for watching the video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, dislike. Hope to see you in the next one. If there's something about the LARP you'd like to learn, it's eventually going to show up on the channel. If there's something about a different LARP you'd like to learn, I'd like to film it, get it up here, research it, know a lot of people in the community, and if I don't know them, I'm willing to reach out and figure out whatever you'd like to know about LARPing. There's so many different genres, there's lots of ways to do this, and there's no reason why you can't just do this at home with your friends and have a good time.